Welcome. So what we're going to be looking at today is an oxygen system for Mars. So I have a region called Mars. In fact, I have a lot of regions called Mars, and by necessity, I want them to have very little oxygen. And so I want to force people to wear an environment suit. And of course, people don't want to wear an environment suit. They want to look good and sexy and everything else. So there's a compromise. So I'm just going to show you how the system works to begin with. So let's call up the map, shall we? Mars. Thank you. Let's go there. Now, here we are on Mars. This is a testing region. Now, this is actually running on a Raspberry Pi, and I want to draw your attention to the little heart up here, and over the other side there's one here as well. So these indicate that this is a damaged environment. So what happens if we go outside? We can see that immediately our health is deteriorating at quite a rapid rate. So, oh dear, and very soon I'm going to run out of health and I'm going to die, and oh, there we go, I died and I've been teleported home. Okie dokie. Right, so righty, I've got the message. So let's just go back to Mars. And let's compromise. Let's get ourselves a role-playing HUD. Let's go to recent. Get the HUD. Thank you very much. And add that. And now you can see up here that we have this HUD, and it's showing our health and our oxygen, and both are at 100%. So that's very nice. Thank you very much. And now this has given me an invisible bubble suit. There's a compromise for you. And so if I go through the plasma field again and step out onto the Martian surface, now if we watch these lovely numbers here, the oxygen is going down slowly and health isn't going down at all. Now, as long as I've got oxygen, my health will not go down. How about that? So, what happens when I run out of health this time, if I'm wearing the HUD? Well, let's take this off a minute just to simulate losing a lot of health rapidly. And we'll wait till it gets down to about 20%. And then I'll put the HUD back on again. And you will see that I've got 20 health going down to 16 and oxygen's at 0, which is why my health is going down. Now, when health gets down to 0, and you'll see that this matches up with the health on the system, I get to 0. And then the system, for some reason or other, pushes it back up to 1%. But I get teleported when I die to the graveyard of the Shameful Dead, people who didn't pay attention to their health and oxygen meters, and my name goes up on the roll of the Shameful Dead to say I didn't keep my eye on things. Now, my health is going up. It's dribbling up, isn't it? Right, so here's an oxygenator, and if I just sit on this, and then that will push my health and oxygen back up rather rapidly. And if you can hear me when the spacecraft's going on overhead, so we'll wait till that gets up. And there we are, 100%. So now if we look at this map, the oxygenator map, so this is down here, if I close this. This is the dome where we are now, and that's the oxygenator right next to me. And so you can see various bits and pieces around the map. So here's another small dome with an oxygenator outside. Whenever you're in a dome, and there's a space station as well, but when you're in one of those, then your health will automatically start climbing up with your oxygen. But it's well worth finding an oxygenator just to get that fast pump back up. Now, you can buy vehicles here, but unfortunately you can't res them because, at least not here, because there's no resing allowed and there's no flying. So you want to get somewhere slightly faster than walking. So you need some transport. So let me just turn sounds down a bit because the bike I'm going to get on is going to be rather noisy. So outside, there's some bikes. You can just right click and drive, and away we go, and try and avoid the rover, spirit rover as it goes past. And as you can see on the left of the screen, the spacecraft is just making a landing, and that'll be taking off again very shortly. And we're just going up. This is a 4x4 region. This region was just developed so I could test out things like the oxygen system. So here we are, and I got there with lots and lots of oxygen left, which is now going to start climbing up because I'm now in a dome. And this computer here is what controls the oxygen system, and it monitors the oxygen for everyone, including people who are not wearing the HUD. So it's a fairly simple system, and as you can see, my oxygen is climbing back up, and I can just do that final top up. And if I abandon the vehicle there or anywhere, then after I leave the region or after a certain period of time, it will automatically, yay, why not doing that? See if we can chase that spacecraft. Right. Something seems to be broken with the bike. Let's get that. There we go. And this region is running on a Raspberry Pi, so it just goes to show that you can run all this on quite low powered software. And that bike will put itself back in its spot. So gravity is down to 3.73 meters per second. Terminal velocity is not actually that high, but there we go. So this system is working quite well, and this is the full Mars region, which is well, it's quite big. What can I say? I'm redeveloping the oxygen system to work across multiple regions because it's very important that when you cross a region boundary, you take your oxygen levels with you. You don't have to bump them back up to 100 again. You want them, otherwise it breaks the role play element of it. And over here we've got halitosis. Thank goodness he's wearing a helmet. That's all I can say. Now, this is open to the public. Come and enjoy it if you want. Have a look around. Get a feel for what can be done. And on the main map, I'll be putting a lot more things and activities to do while you're there. So enjoy.